yesterday we got to go on the most incredible adventure up to Tuktoyaktuk, Northwest Territories. And we met some wonderful friends up there, John and Kylik. And we ran into Kylik on the way out of town this morning, and he gave us some caribou meat. And so here we are, gonna have some caribou chili, as well as a few steak strips. What an honor, you know? How many people get to come up here and have fresh caribou meat and cook it up the very day they get it. Would you like to taste some?
Oh, okay, yeah.
How about the snot dripping off my nose?
It's good for a cook.
Look at that. Just a little bit of pink in there, just a tiny bit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Nothing on it, it's good.
Yeah, that's better than beef, bro.
Something is competing with elk.
Good stuff.
This is very good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Our adventure into the Yukon and Northwest Territories had not let us down. The previous night had been one of the best in our lives.
You don't even think about these things still existing, but here they are. They're just out here.
So cool. Oh my gosh.
We're at a fishing village just up the river here, and we just pulled in and just getting off the boat.
It's a whaling village.
Don't know much about
we
it.
don't know much about
It's
it.
a whaling village.
We'll find.
Whaling village?
Yeah, whaling.
Fishing?
They had just had a successful whale hunt.
This is going to be pretty cool. I've been looking forward to this.
We arrived just in time for the meat to be processed and for us to try.
First off, we go out into the ocean, we look for whales. The captain right here goes as close as we can for me to harpoon the whale, throw it, and gotta wish it goes in, I guess.
Then it slips off and
Yeah.
gets stuck in there.
So it doesn't come out. We have a buoy tied onto the end of this rope, so we know where the whale's gonna come up. We shoot the whale to get the final kill. Sometimes it doesn't work, and we come back empty-handed. So
When they used to go out with kayaks, they'd be gone for days and days and they wouldn't sleep. They'd go out with kayaks. There's a place that we're going to go by called Jesuit. That was an old whaling station. But it's not there anymore because the influenza went there and just about everyone died. Yeah. There'd be so many kayakers when the first one would reach the ocean, the last one would be leaving. So many people there. Yeah. Then they'd go out and they'd herd them with kayaks. Everyone worked together, make it like a horseshoe and push them towards the shallows. As soon as it got too shallow, they would just scare them and run them up on shore. And then they could just go up and they wouldn't, they had no guns or nothing. Just harpoon it like that and then they'd kill it. And then they would go in, cut open the stomach. There's a couple places where it's connected, and you gotta sew it up like that and then they would blow it up. Because whales, they sink. As soon as you shoot them, they sink. So if you had a sinking whale and you tried to kayak it back to town, you couldn't do it. It would be impossible. So they blew it up and then they would pull it back, kayak all the way back. So that sometimes they'd be up for like 2 days. As soon as they got back to camp, then all the women would come out with their ulus and stuff and they would do all the cutting up. And then because the men were so tired, 2 days, and then they would just go to sleep. Because if you don't process it right away, it would go bad, right? So that was their job and they did it. But now it's good. Lots of women are going out hunting. Lots of the girls. They go out hunting. It never wasn't like that before, but now it's good. It's changing, But we can come up here and I can show you the whale meat, and they catch herring here. Yeah. There's a herring run, and it's the best. And we'll get to eat it all too. We'll get to go up to the tent there and eat. Cool. Eat all the food.
They were out here since Sunday or Saturday.
This is all whale.
Last Friday we got 3 whales at one day. Wow. We had to put 2 whales over here and 1 whale right here.
It's the best part about coming out here.
Now, how big of a whale is this off?
13.
7.
Big.
Yeah.
13 feet long.
Yeah, take a bite of the tail.
Cut a piece of the back of the dark part. You can eat it. It's just like gum.
Really?
Really?
Just like gum.
I don't like
Probably
gum.
not very minty.
This is where they cook it.
Oh,
They boil it.
you boil the muktuk in here.
Those are ribs from caribou.
We headed up to where they had prepared the meal for us. Fish eggs to whale jerky, it was all there.
One is whale journey.
Okay.
You guys want to try?
Not the jerky I'm used to.
Good.
It's not. It's pretty good.
Do you guys want some soup? Oh, here's fish eggs and stomach.
So that's probably gluten free.
Always. Funny. I'm really excited.
Muktuk is most often made from the skin and blubber of the whale. Ryan is not a seafood person,
I'll just try.
and for him this is a pretty big stretch.
Fish eggs and stomach.
You don't like it?
It's no offense. I know if you don't like it, you just spit it out.
You got this.
You want some tea?
No, it's in my hand. I'll try some tea.
Because Ryan has me in my head right now.
Yeah, but he
Big
won't
time.
eat tuna.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
I don't like any fish. I don't like to eat.
You
I
guys
don't like
want
crab. I
tea?
don't like crab. It's actually good. Really good.
So yeah, the first time I ate muktuk, it was this musher, and someone had given it to him for the race, and it was he's like, yeah, you're passing it around, and I couldn't do it.
My grandfather would eat it like that old muktuk.
I bet their immune system was awesome.
Oh yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah. Towards that stuff, it's good. Towards the food.
Yeah.
But when it came to like, like the common cold and stuff, like influenza, then it just wiped everyone out.
What was that village? Can you say it again? That died out? Kitty Gaswick?
Yeah.
Is it possible to stop there?
No.
It's not possible?
I mean, it's possible, but I can't bring you there. It's just not. It's just not a place that we go. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not a place. We can stop and look at it, from shore and stuff, but there's people that are resting there. There's bones, and there's just a lot of history there.
I see.
Like I lost a lot of family there, and these guys lost a lot of family there. They say about anywhere from 3,000 to 12,000 people here. They don't know exactly, but after that there was 150 Inuvik people left. That's it.
Wow.
They're all gone. So
Wow.
no one goes there anymore.
Yeah. Well, I just respectfully asked that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad you asked. But we can go by.
Okay.
The water's high. We can go by and check it out. And a lot of
You
history.
guys are
there,
gonna enjoy that.
It's really cool. We won't get stuck.
You said that last time.
I didn't get stuck. I got slowed down a bit.
Kylik's love of his family's heritage and that of his people became very apparent. Our conversation turned to the future of the Inuit people.
Hi.
This is Clara.
How are you?
She's a camp owner. Okay.
Yeah. They took the whale hunt away for a long time. People couldn't hunt whales. So they tried to stamp out the culture here. That was the government's mandate. The government's of Canada's thing was to take the Indian out of the Indian, put them in residential school, take away their hunting, take away everything, right? So we had a rough 100 years with people trying to do that. Now people are proud of their culture and they're coming whaling. And, I'd ask them, like 10 years ago, you go whaling? It's like, no, we don't do that. We don't whale. And then they wake up one day and go, we used to be whalers. Let's go. It's part of who we are, so they come out. Because if nobody's out here using this land, then there's no problem for them to put a pipeline in. But if they come out here to put a pipeline behind Clara's house and she says, I live here, this is how I live, they're taking away, then they say, okay, maybe there's a fight. You have grounds for a fight, but if you're not out here using the land, then there's no grounds for a fight.
That's with any freedom.
With any freedom. That's why hunters are so important.
Yeah.
Because they protect so much land because they have invested interest in it.
Right.
It took us 5 years to come down here. Because my mom used to stay here all the time whaling. Yeah. But we started thinking she taught us this, we can't let it go.
Yeah.
So we all came back and started up again. Because I want my grandchildren to know.
Yeah.
Well, what we would like to do is to give you a gift. Thank you for sharing your story with us and your culture.
This was a treat.
And this is for you.
The right
I'm supposed to be the elder.
It was a frank and refreshing time of sharing culture and human struggle. Our time ended with Kyluk showing us some games that have been played for hundreds of years.
I'll try this guy. He can redeem himself for not eating.
Okay,
Okay.
If he wins, you gotta eat it. You gotta eat the muck duck.
Yeah, if he wins, you gotta eat it.
chew it and swallow it.
Oh man, this is gonna be.
Please win.
Okay.
In here.
Go. Oh my God.
He's like, I'm waiting. I'm just gonna rip this thing off.
Holy smokes! You really don't like muck duck. But yeah, they play games like that.
It's amazing how sitting for just a short time at the table with people can develop friendships. We were very blessed to have spent time here and look forward to returning someday.
What a great experience. The muck tuck was much better than I remembered it. Right, Ryan? And
Oh, it was so awesome. I just had to be the guy, you know.
doesn't get much better than this. It's 2:08 in the morning. Tonight, supposedly, is the first night that the sun will set. We've been told to not blink because we'll miss it.
On our way out, we were granted the opportunity to roll by Kittigaswick, a place that holds dark significance to the Inuit people. It was a privilege to see and made impressions on all of us.
Inuit tradition and belief, you know, anything that touched death, they don't want anything to do with. They used to burn everything. So no one goes there anymore because it's just full of death, right? So then they move to Tuck.
We pushed further along the Arctic Ocean's coastal boundary.
If you look around, it looks like we're kind of in the middle of an ocean and, you know, you can just drive wherever you want, but it's super shallow. The Mackenzie River brings out silt and it deposits here, right? So all the silt is coming here and dropping out of the ocean, dropping out of the water and filling this area in. So the only place that has deep water is where the current's moving, keeps the silt stirred up. So right now we're in a really small channel that's heading out towards the ocean, and there's another channel that's straight in front of us. We'll turn left and we'll head that way. We were out here a few weeks ago, just farther in, and there was caribou just standing there.
Really?
Yeah, just standing there. They didn't know what to do, because they're like, oh man.
It was a long shot, but we hope to see one too.
That's a caribou. Caribou.
We got a caribou, guys.
Caribou. Caribou on the water. 1 to 4. 1 to 4.
Oh my word.
Just one.
He's getting away from the bugs.
There's a caribou in the ocean. This is nuts.
This is amazing. This is
So sweet, man. So sweet.
There's just a Jesus caribou out here.
Jesus caribou.
Jesus caribou.
Uh-huh.
Ty was in heaven.
He's got double shovels.
Sun is about to set. It might not, and there's a caribou walking in the middle of the ocean.
Caribou.
We were all caught up in a bit of nature shock.
Oh my goodness.
We still had 5 hours of hard throttle to return to Inuvik. At 3:28 in the morning, the sun was to set.
One
sunset, and then it's setting, and it's setting, and it's setting, and it's setting, and then now it's just going back up. It's like gold. It's golden for hours. Unbelievable. This is the most beautiful place. I love it. I love it here. We're there.
Getting back to Inuvik, we had clocked 14 hours on the excursion. We slept till noon that day before making our way back down the magnificent Dempster Highway. Our plans to travel other remote roads in the Yukon became impossible, with forest fires closing their access roads. We made a group decision to plunge down into British Columbia and make our way to Hyder, Alaska, the most southerly access to Alaska by road. We ended up pushing hard for 2 days. The BC border, we experienced a shock failure on our passenger side rear axle of the 100 series Land Cruiser. The prototype shock we were testing for Icon vehicle dynamics met its end. Give our input to Icon, tell them what we found, what's the shock, how far the shock survived this much abuse, which is
Amazing.
amazing. That is amazing. It's gone 6,000 miles with the trailer on the Dempster, on the Hall Road, the Alcan Road, and portion of it back before it failed.
Yeah.
So, kudos.
Props for that.
The design was modified from piggyback to remote reservoirs after this trip to remedy the clearance issues, but for now, we had to roll on without it. Traveling down the Cassia Highway, trees, ice, and mountains reclaimed the landscape. It was very much appreciated after being in the tundra for a week or so.
Alright, so where are we for real? Once we get through Stewart, we are approximately 9 or 8 miles from the border, the Alaskan border. We're trying to get there before 8, it's 7:20. So I think we have a really good chance of making it because the pilot car is moving quite fast. I'm excited. This is the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. There, I said it, and I mean it.
Arctic Amazon is my best word through this place.
The word of the day is Arctic Amazon. That's where we're at. That's where we're going. We're going to where? Hyder. Hyder. I know Hyder. You have to get Hyderized. So the locals said when we go to Hyder, you have to get Hyderized, which is some initiation, and it has to do with moonshine. So, oh man,
That's this right
can't wait. Yeah, we're in Hyder, Alaska.
Best border crossing ever.
The ferry that was used to connect Hyder to Ketchikan, Alaska, stopped running in the 1990s, leaving the only public transportation between Hyder and the rest of Alaska to a float plane that arrives twice a week with U.S. mail. Hyder is quiet, to say the least. Its population is below 100 people and sits on just 14 square miles of Earth.
Now what? What do we do?
Getting Hyderized seemed only logical.
Hyder, Alaska. Population 12. Nothing's open, and we don't know. We don't know anything about the place at all. So we'll see. We have to get Hyderized.
With a few horror stories in our recent memory, none of us knew what to expect.
The tall one is your water chaser, the short one is your hyderizer. You may not smell it or taste it before taking it. When you take it, it has to go down and stay down. And if it comes back up, you buy a round for the bar and clean up your mess.
Right on.
Here's to being back.
With a quick gulp, it seared its way into our memories forever. In good show, our bartender shows us the rocket fuel that we just
You have
consumed.
been hyderized with 151 proof Everclear.
Toby seemed to really enjoy it.
You guys can sign and keep these. It's proof you did it. And I've even heard of somebody using it as identification across the border. And it worked.
We went looking for something to extinguish the fire within.
Did it burn in your throat?
Yeah.
It burns and it's still burning.
Down the street, we found another bus with delicious smelling aromas of fresh-caught seafood. It drew our taste buds to order the special. Except Ryan, of course. He's not a seafood guy, if you recall.
Try a halibut burger.
She could just grill a hot
Do you have
dog.
a piece of bread?
Have a halibut burger.
Have a halibut burger.
Have a halibut burger.
Come on.
What are you eating?
I'm gonna have some halibut burger.
I can make you a hamburger.
We're here.
You have one?
Yeah, my sirloin hamburgers already thawed.
Oh, okay.
There it is. There it is.
Well, I'll eat it then.
There's your beef.
Thanks.
Something to drink?
What'd you get with you? Garlic onions.
I'll get today's special, the 8 prawns. Yeah.
This local joint got its start up through a trade. The owners traded a snowmobile for this patina-rich kitchen on wheels. Small beginnings and hard work returned big rewards as they vertically integrated themselves into a good living.
How long does your husband go out for?
This trip's going to be about 5-6 days.
Wow.
Sometimes when he goes halibut fishing, though, he'll just go for a day. The day trip, that way my fish is nice and fresh, and we process it ourselves.
Very cool.
Dinner?
Yes.
Hamburger?
That's.
You can sit right here.
You can sit over there.
The food was fantastic. Fueled and fed, we pushed up towards a glacier campground the locals kept telling us to explore. Late into the evening, we rolled up a windy, steep-ledged road.
So cool. This is the most amazing view off this ridge right here. Oh my gosh.
Hello, Glacier. We just rounded the corner where we can finally see it.
Yeah, we saved that one for you. It's incredible. What's even crazier is the cliff edge that we're on. This is by far the coolest place we've done.
Yeah. By far.
And it's all ours.
I know, there's no one else out here.
All ours.
There's no one. No one else out here. Whoa.
Just like, this is so crazy.
This is probably the most epic drive I've ever taken. Like, just the drive from the time that we were able to see the very beginning of the glacier to the I mean, it's been what, 15 minutes on the road now?
Oh man, it just doesn't end. It gets better. Look at it going up there now. Oh my gosh, in the clouds. Sheer drop off on the other side, down to a glacier.
Through the misty mountains, a mysterious tunnel came into the light. Toby was consumed by the desire of discovery.
The Goonies, Neverland. It's all here in Hyder, Alaska. Wow! I'm going in the end of it. It's all right, go.
There's gonna be a grizzly in here.
Oh yeah.
You better take a gun.
I'm getting bear spray and a gun, and we're all going in there. We gotta see where this ends. We owe it to the world.
He insisted that we explore the depths, clearly captivated by the draw of Middle Earth.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Hey guys, every other place in the world, they block us off, they put all kinds of bars on. I know we're gonna get hurt. They just left this open, the whole thing. That is crazy.
I feel like we're at ET right now. Alright, let's go see what else we can find.
So that was cool.
It was getting really late, and we still needed to find a campsite on the side of the mountain. An hour of searching led us to a tucked away spot where we would have this world to ourselves. Rain tapped our tents that night and wooed us into sweet dreams. Morning came quick, but getting out of bed wasn't an issue. We wanted to spend as much time taking in this most special of destinations.
By far one of the coolest things I've seen on the trip, not to mention right here in the most pristine mountains I think I've ever laid eyes on. They are incredible. We got a long ways to go today, possibly 500 miles, and it's right around 10 o'clock, I think, so it's going to be a long day.
There's got to be better stuff out there somewhere, but it's going to be a long time before we see something that's going to top this.
From the Arctic Ocean to the edges of the Pacific in just 3 days, our adventure was reaching heights none of us anticipated. Our next goal, however, will be one of the most defining experiences of our team. Everything is about to be pushed to its limits and beyond.